ancestral valleys of Israel, burning sun over the hills. An ominous shadow hangs over the land. Goliath of Gath, the Philistine giant, emerges imposingly. His armor shines, a mirror of fear. Goliath's voice rumbles like distant thunder. He challenges Saul's armies with palpable arrogance. Day after day, their mockery echoes through the valley. Warriors of Israel cower, paralyzed by terror. Goliath's colossal stature inspires awe. His invincible fame weighs on everyone. In the midst of this despair, a young shepherd appears. David, with his flock, oblivious to the conflict, arrives at the camp to bring provisions to his brothers. Observe the fear in the soldier's eyes. His pure heart cannot bear the affront. The mockery of his people and his God angers him. An unusual boldness ignites within him. Bordering on madness, David approaches King Saul, declares his intention to confront the Colossus. Saul looks at him with disbelief and concern. David is armed only with his shepherd's sling, 5 smooth stones, picked up from the stream, in his bag. Blindly trusts in a higher power that guides him. His unwavering faith is his only armor. The soldiers murmur, some with hope, others with sorrow. Saul tries to dissuade him, seeing his youth. David recounts how he protected his sheep from lions. His voice is firm, full of divine conviction. The king, resigned, offers him his own armor. David tries it on, but finds it heavy and uncomfortable. He can't move with her. It's not his way. He takes it off, preferring his natural agility. He takes his staff, his sling, and the 5 stones. He is heading to the battlefield, alone. The morning sun illuminates her small figure. The armies watch in deathly silence. Goliath sees him. His laughter erupts, mocking and cruel. He feels insulted by his opponent's weakness. Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks? David advances, his gaze fixed on the giant. There is no fear in his eyes, only determination. The wind whispers through the dry valley. History is about to be written. A shepherd against a fearsome warrior. Faith against brute force. An epic duel. David feels the presence of his God. Every step brings him closer to his destiny. The future of Israel hangs by a thread. Goliath roars, brandishing his enormous spear. David quickens his pace, without hesitating for an instant. He pulls a smooth stone from his leather pouch. He skillfully places it in his shepherd's sling. He spins the sling over his head, creating a whistling sound. The stone shoots out, a projectile of faith. It cuts through the air with astonishing speed. Strike the giant's forehead with precision. A dry sound echoes through the valley. Goliath staggers, his eyes rolling, falls face down to the ground. A crash. The silence is broken by the cry of victory. David stood before Goliath, a stark contrast. The giant's shadow loomed large over the small shepherd. Goliath's booming laughter echoed across the valley. He mocked David's youth and lack of armor. David remained calm, his gaze unwavering. He refused King Saul's heavy, unfamiliar armor. A close-up of David's hand, clutching his sling. 5 smooth stones rested in his pouch. He selected one, feeling its weight and shape. David spun the sling, a blur of motion. The stone whistled through the tense air. Goliath's arrogant smile vanished instantly. The stone struck his forehead with devastating force. A sharp, sickening crack broke the silence. Goliath's eyes widened in disbelief and pain. His massive body swayed precariously. The giant stumbled, his shield clattering. He crashed to the ground, a thunderous impact. Dust billowed, momentarily obscuring the scene. Both armies stood frozen, utterly silent. David approached the fallen Colossus fearlessly. He drew Goliath's enormous sword from its sheath. The blade gleamed in the harsh sunlight. With a swift, decisive motion, David acted. He severed the giant's head from his body. A gasp rippled through the Philistine ranks. The head rolled, lifeless, in the dust. David held the giant's head aloft. A roar erupted from the Israelite army. Cheers of triumph filled the valley. The Philistines scattered in terror and disarray. They fled the battlefield, abandoning their positions. Israelite soldiers pursued them relentlessly. David stood victorious, a humble shepherd. His faith had conquered the seemingly unconquerable. King Saul watched in awe and profound relief. The people hailed David as a hero. His name echoed through the camp. The legend of David began that day. The shepherd boy who saved his nation. a symbol of courage and divine intervention. His act of bravery inspired generations. The true strength lay not in size, but in unwavering faith and a pure heart. David, the future king, had emerged. His destiny unfolded with that single stone. The valley of Elah would forever remember the day a giant fell to a shepherd. The Philistine army was utterly routed, their morale shattered, their spirit broken. The Israelites reclaimed their land and honor. David carried Goliath's head back to Jerusalem. A triumphant procession followed him. Women sang and danced in celebration. King Saul welcomed him with open arms. David's fame spread throughout the land. He became a hero, a legend in his time. His courage inspired all who heard his tale. The shepherd boy's victory resonated deeply, a testament to faith over brute force.